Trinesha Catrell.
Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure it was working because I can't be on here talking and you can't hear me. And then I got to make sure that the word gets out. So if there's something that I learned today, I like to always put it in these videos daily. So if there's something that I read in scripture, if there's something that I heard in a podcast, read in a book, whatever it is, whichever way I got to learn, let it be. I try to take all that information so that I can become a better person. And so as we already started out, this video is going to be called Trouble, Peace in Trouble. And so, but before we get started, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting and empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay, so earlier today I was reading the Bible. I was reading John 14 and it talked about having peace and it said, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you." And it's just talking about no matter what you're going through, as long as you have faith, as long as you're believing in yourself, as long as you're doing the things that you need to do, then you will have peace, even in the midst of storm, even in the midst of trouble. And one of the things that came up in conversation earlier today was insecurity and where that comes from. And sometimes I know when you go through things in the past, it can feel like you don't have peace. Like that thing is the thing that's troubling your heart, it's troubling your mind, it's making you sorry about. I have people doing the yard today, so sorry about the extra noise, but hopefully it's not too loud and you can still hear me. But I have people out doing the yard, but you know, as I was listening to this person talk about insecurities, it made me think about how sometimes in life it can get so hectic that we think that we can't find peace. We are worried about the bill, we worried about the kids, we worried about all these things in life, and the whole time God got us. The whole time we're gonna be fine. The whole time everything is gonna be okay. And we just have to remember that even in adversity, even when we're in storm, even when we're in trials, even when things don't look like they're gonna work out, they are gonna work out, and everything is gonna be just fine. And so, as I'm living my life, I I just need to be real and transparent in this moment. The other day, I was in church and I did a video called "Not Caring About What People Think." And the whole time I was caring about what people thought when I was in church, because the pastor, at the end of the services, for people that don't know, they do like an altar call, or they do this thing where they say, if anybody wants to give their life to Jesus, if anybody wants to give their life to Christ, come forward now. If you feel like you never known Jesus and you want to know Jesus, come forward, and I'll show you, I'll teach you, so you can learn the word, so that you can grow a closer relationship with God, so on and so forth, right? And then the last thing they say, sometimes, not all the time, is rededication. They say, do you want to rededicate your life to God? Maybe you were baptized when you were younger, you just don't, remember. Or if you feel like you need prayer because you've been struggling in this season, come forward. And I could feel myself being led to come forward, and I was so worried about what other people think. And I'm just being transparent because I feel like we all have this moment, and I think the video on Sunday would have resonated with a lot more people if I would have just been honest, and saying that I had struggled in that moment, because I'm not always strong. Sometimes I'm weak and God is my strength. Sometimes I'm weak and I want to be stronger, but I can't in that moment. And then later on, I'm like, gosh, I really should have done that, or I really should have made a different decision in this part of my life, or this point in this day, or whatever else it is. And sometimes we get so in our head, or we want to beat ourselves up for decisions that we made in the past, and it can make us insecure. It can make us feel like we can't have peace. And one of the things that pastors say all the time, which is scripture as well, is the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And I used to put this little cute little thing that says he comes to steal your joy, kill your hope, and destroy your peace, you know. And it's so true because sometimes we really feel like when he comes to steal, kill, and destroy, it just means that he's destroying something that is not good or something like that. But the whole time, he's trying to destroy your confidence because he knows that you are that person. He knows that you are the woman that you are. He knows that you are the man that you are. He knows that you are everything that God intended for you to be. And sometimes, see, it would not do the thumbs up for me. That's fine. You know, we're going to pretend like, okay, nothing happened. But it's fine. I was trying to get the little thumbs up to go on the screen like it does. Oh, there we go. See, look. But anyways, as I was really thinking about what everybody else thinks in that moment, I was just like, oh, what are people going to think when I come up front because I'm so religious and whatever else. But it's not about being religious. It's about having a relationship with God. It's not about what anybody else thinks. I used to, back in, let's see, August and September, I was the type of person that didn't really care what anybody thought. I would, if God told me to go into a building and scream at the top of my lungs, I love Jesus, I would have done it. Now, I feel like if God told me to go into a building and scream at the top of my lungs, I love Jesus, I would be like, I love Jesus. And I would really love Jesus, but I would be so worried about what people think that I would be afraid to say it, which is so weird because that's not like me. That's not the person that I am. That's not the person I've been for the last almost 3 years. And it's so weird how I don't know what it is that happened in my life that made me become this person who all of a sudden is really thinking about all the things. Like, do I really need to do this? Do I really need to do that? Oh, really, should I do this? And I'm like so hesitant with the decisions that I'm making now. I'm not just like free falling, knowing that God got me. I'm more like, okay, I'll take a little step. I'm not even like walking full force into the thing. I'm like taking little teeny baby steps towards the promise, towards the dreams, towards my goals and the things that I want to do in life. And it's so unlike me, and I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know what I need to do to be able to rectify the situation and to be able to push forward. And that's what I aspire to have my dream life, and I can't have it be comfortable. I can't have it being afraid to do the things that I know that I need to do to be a better person, to be stronger, to be faster, to be everything that God intended for me to be. I can't be that if I'm hesitant. I can't be that if I'm afraid. God did not give me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So if He's given me power, His power, then why would I ever be afraid? If He's given me the spirit of love, then why can't I be loving in every situation, even when it's not beneficial for me? And if He's given me a sound mind, why am I even worried? Worry does not add another minute, another day, another hour to your life, so why worry? And yet I'm sitting here, and it's so weird because I haven't been this person for a very long time. I've always been, since I rededicated my life to God back in 2020, 2021, 2020. I think it's 2020. I have literally been, I think it's 2020, maybe 2021. Like I was full force 2021, but I had just started this whole spiritual walk 2020 in November. And when I was in the worst place of my life. I really was doing things my own way. I got into a relationship that I wanted because I selfishly wanted that person, not because I cared about what they wanted in their life, or I cared about the fact that it wasn't beneficial for either one of us to just be together just because we wanted to be together. It needed to be because God put us together, because we were actually braced for each other. And I didn't know that it even mattered in the past. I thought that I could just choose whatever I want, do whatever I want, when I want, because I feel like doing it, and that wasn't where it was. Like, I was miserable. I literally felt like I could never find contentment, and I could never find security. I could never be peaceful in my life because God was not a part of it. Like, I believed in God. I knew God existed. I haven't had any doubts about God existing at all this whole time since I've probably been born, because I just had this knowing that He was there. I just didn't know all that it consisted of having a relationship with God. I didn't know that when you are in Christianity, when you're in religion, the things that are required are things that you have to do. Or I didn't even read the Bible. Like the Bible was something that just sat in a closet on a coffee table with some dust on it. I didn't even know that was a whole thing until I had rededicated my life to God in November 2020. I really thought that God just knows my heart. He knows how I am, so we good. I didn't know that I really needed to be about that God life. Like, I didn't know discipline and obedience and submission was going to be a part of my life. I thought I could just do whatever I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, whatever else. And it's so funny because we always think that we want our lives to be a certain way or look a certain way until we reach rock bottom, until we get to a point where we've tried everything and the only thing that works is God. It's so funny how I could be so arrogant in the past and thinking that I was God of my life, thinking that I had control over the things when only God can control anything. Only God can change a person. I can influence people. I can show them the things that I do. I can try to be a good example for people, and they could try to be like a reflection of the things that I do or whatever, or do something similar to the things that I do in life, but I can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. If that was the case, I would have been with all the wrong people. That's just me being real because people don't want to admit that and say, oh no, I've never wanted to be with anyone in the past that I just shouldn't have been with. Oh no, listen, I'm the type of person that's gonna be transparent on these videos. So if you get tired of the truth, don't watch it. Because I'm gonna be honest. But I really was praying back in the day, like, God, could I just be with this person? Like, that's what my prayers consisted of. God, thank you so much. I ain't getting in an accident today. You know what? I'm gonna start living right tomorrow. I would literally be like, oh, I'm gonna just go do this one thing, and God would get me home safe, or God would protect me in this situation that I know I should have never been in my life. And I'd be like, God, you know what? I just had an epiphany. I'm gonna start living right today. And then I realized once I rededicated my life to God how empty those promises were that I made to God and how full his promises were that he made to me. I really started to understand that everything that God gave me, the security that I was looking for in relationships and jobs and different things in my life, I could only get from God. That fulfillment, that peace, that joy, that contentment that I have now is only something that I can get from God. And I'm trying to get back to a place where I'm trusting God full hearted, where I am so in God that no matter what God tells me to do, I'm not hesitant at all. Like, I understand that I have to do it because I want to be disciplined. I want to be obedient. I want to make sure I'm obeying the things that he's telling me to do because I know that a blessing is attached to it. But not just because of that, but because I already knew that he blessed me from the moment I was born. I'm only here because he created me. I'm not here because I created myself, And I was gonna say some other things, but it's gonna cause a lot of controversy, so I'm gonna leave that out the video this time. But when God let me just speak my mind and step on everybody's toes, including mine, then I'm gonna do that. But at this time, I'm gonna hold back because I don't want to be offensive, and I also know that some people not ready for the truth. They ready for a truth, their truth, but not the truth. And so I want to make sure that I'm being considerate of other people's feelings and I'm still helping other people. So my job is to be obedient and to really be trying to pour into the people that are around me, to create a space where people feel safe and unjudged, because these videos are not about me judging you or anybody else. It's about me observing the life that I have, observing the life that I've had, and utilizing the knowledge, implementing it in my life, and hopefully helping other people by seeing the things that I've learned throughout the day, throughout my experiences, whatever else it is. And so when you are struggling in life, some of the things that really helped me in the past, which in this new season I'm gonna have to step up, I'm gonna have to level up on this praising, level up on this prayer life, level up on my relationship with God, level up on my Bible reading. I mean, all this is gonna have to be leveled up because right now I just feel like my brain is so like foggy for some reason, and usually it's so clear. Usually I have this clarity. I don't know how to describe it about everything. It's like I might not know what's about to happen, but I just feel so clear in this season for the past 6 months or so. I just have been feeling so foggy. Like I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what I'm about to do. I don't know what direction to go. And God will say do something, and instead of me being like okay, I'm like, but what if I mess up? Like I made so many mistakes in the past. I'm gonna keep messing up. What if I do something and it's irreversible now? Like I'm making the wrong decisions. It's just I'm so in my head. It's crazy, and I don't know what's going on. But I really want to get back to that person who was just so sure of herself that just knew that regardless of what decision I made, it was going to be beneficial because God was going to work everything out for my good. And it's so weird how I can know it, but when someone else says it with confidence, when they say it in a reassuring way, it kind of validates the insecurity. It validates the fact that I can be secure in God and knowing that everything is going to be okay and everything is working out for my good. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. I gotta go teach a dance class. But I wanted to hop on here because I want you to know that you can have peace in your life. My peace comes from God, and although I don't know how things are gonna work out, even though I'm in the midst, I'm in the waiting season, I'm on this journey, and I'm not where I want to be yet. I know that I'm on the way there, and the main point is to always keep your focus. To always remember that no matter what it looks like right now, God is going to make sure that He sees you through. He'll be your strength and your weakness. He will allow you to have peace even in the midst of a storm. He will give you peace that surpasses all understanding. He is the type of person, He is the type of God that always comes through, no matter what. So although I don't know what my future holds, I know my future is going to be bright. I know that no matter what comes my way, God got my back. I know that no matter what, even when I make the wrong decision, God will use it for His benefit. It will benefit the kingdom and it'll benefit my whole life. So know that having faith and hope, and I want you to, in the season, just to allow yourself to have peace, knowing that worry won't add any more time to your life. So just worry, just be focused on today. Tomorrow has its own problems. Enjoy every moment that you have today and trust in yourself. Trust God and trust yourself, knowing that even though you made mistakes in the past, you can make better choices in the future. You're not your mistakes. You're not the choices that you made.